So this is my last week was so exciting. I didn't have time to do a YouTube video. First, my sister had her tonsils out, and that's saying something considering she's 34. Um, she didn't want to have them taken out, but apparently it gets worse with age, and it took her a while to come to the conclusion that she'd have to do it. I mean, she had been thinking about it for 2 months before the surgery. And so we finally get there, and she goes through the surgery. She loses a little bit of oxygen during the surgery, so it takes a little bit longer. But other than that, she came out okay. The excitement came after. She gets in her wheelchair, she goes off. I go to my car, I hear a cat crying. It's caught in a tree. It's like 15 feet up in the air. So I go back into the hospital. I ask them for a ladder. They call up the janitor. They can't loan me a ladder because insurance purposes, and if people are, like if you get hurt, who's responsible for that? I walk across the street. I go into a holiday store, a place where they have just trees and wreaths and smells like cinnamon and apple spice and stuff like that for the holidays, and wall-to-wall Christmas decorations. And luckily, the woman behind the desk, she works at the volunteer animal shelter, that's 3 miles away. So she gives me a ladder, and I go back out. By this time, the cat has climbed an extra 10 feet, so now I've got the bonus of climbing an extra 10 feet. The lady holds the ladder for me. I go up. It's one of those tiny little maple trees that have like a branch every couple of inches, it feels like. I get up there, and the lady wants me to hold it by the scruff of the neck to climb down. And it's like, I can't do that. I need 2 hands to get down. And I'm wearing shoes that are like boots, so they don't conform to my foot shape, and my ankles are twisting. And by the time I was done, I had a lot of bruises on my feet. But I pulled the cat off of the branch, lowered it down, left it cling to the branch that was below me. I'd climbed down, and then we did that a couple more times before I was able to get it on to the ladder where the lady could get it. I had my dog with me in the car. I took her out of the crate, put her in the front seat, put the cat in the back after removing all the dog's toys and food, and drove it the 3 miles to the animal shelter. And everything came out fine. They haven't called and said that the cat has any diseases that I should have to be worried about, so it's good. My sister, just yesterday, she went in for work done. She started bleeding from her tonsils wounds. I don't really know what that's called, but I guess the clots broke and they wouldn't stop bleeding, and she was just coughing up large amounts of blood. She had to get a transfusion, so we had to go through that whole ordeal with her. It's no big deal, I guess, now. At the time, it was a big deal. A lot of things have happened, though, for her. Now we're getting ready for the holidays. Not much is happening, but it was a very big deal. The truck, it actually got damaged last week when it jumped a curb, and we had to get 2 wheels replaced. Well, over the week, we discovered that there was bolts loose and had to take it back in for maintenance. So that was scary. We had to have somebody follow us in the truck over, so that if the truck swerved or anything, we would have, a ride home if we needed it, or just somebody to watch the tail end to tell us if they noticed anything to pull over. That went well. Got the truck fixed. I don't really have a lot to add. We've been just getting ready for the holiday, and that's about it. We play a lot of video games over the weekends. I can't really think of anything else that would be of real interest. So, there was a massive shutdown because of power went out in one of the jobs that we go to. My boyfriend has a job. Power went out. his clock actually missed the wake up time, so he overslept, and he decided he was just going to stay home from work, but then they called and said work was canceled because the power went out. So he got lucky because it's like a 40-50 minute drive. That's about it. It's a really good week, busy, a lot of scares. You know, stuff could have happened with the truck. Melanie might not have been able to get out okay, but it's cool. It's cool. I will post again later. Have a good holiday, I guess.